Hey guys, and welcome back to hashtag Actually I Can. My name is Katie Ripp, and let's get into it. So we are back at the Women's Playbook, and if you've been following along for a while, you know what we're doing here, which is we're taking the old rules of business and life, really, the ones that were never really written for us women, and we're rewriting them into something really honest and sustainable and real for us. So far, we've covered the grind or die rule, the play small rule, the don't talk about money rule, keep it impersonal rule, the competition rule, the follow the blueprint rule, and the never show weakness rule. And if there's one thing that ties them all together, it's this. We were taught to hold it all together at all times, which brings us to today's rule, which is the keep it all together rule. This one is going to run deep. It is that quiet pressure to look like you've got it all handled, even when you don't. You're smiling, you're showing up, you're answering emails, you're juggling all the pieces. You say you're good or you're fine when someone asks, because that's what good women, good leaders, and good daughters are taught to do. But sometimes life hands you a season that just levels you. And no amount of strength or systems or staff meetings can keep you from that free fall. And that's actually where I am right now. Welcome back, friends. This is hashtag Actually I Can. I'm Katie Ripp, and this is season 2. Last season, we talked about everything and to everyone, about all the ways we're trying to build life and business on our own terms. This season, we're diving a little bit deeper into the Women's Playbook. We're talking about those old rules we were handed. We're going to toss them out and write new ones that actually work for us. We're talking about quitting the grind, claiming our worth, celebrating wins that actually matter, and leaning into community instead of competition. Around here, we believe that the best businesses, and lives for that matter, aren't built alone. So grab your coffee, pull up a chair, and let's go. We are going to get into it today, and I will tell you that sometimes I like to think that I can be ahead of the curve. I can be a planner, I can be all the things, but in reality, I write my Love Monday email newsletters on Sunday. I am recording this actual podcast episode on a Sunday when they're due on Monday for my producer. But this is how I work, and actually sometimes it works out in my favor, like this one, the keeping it all together rule. My mom died 3 weeks ago today, and even saying that out loud feels really strange. It's like I'm reporting something that happened to somebody else. It still does not feel real. And part of that is maybe because we haven't had her celebration of life yet, which there's a reason we have rituals and ceremonies like that. It is some sort of closure. And we just had scheduling conflicts, and my brother and my sister have busy schedules. My sister lives out of town, so she had to get her family here. So having it a month later just happened to be the way that it worked out. I still have photos sitting in boxes that I am supposed to be having on bulletin boards and in slideshows. I definitely have emails that I have not answered. We have thank you notes that need to go out, and I can feel myself doing what I've always done in hard seasons, is trying to hold it all together. And the thing is I don't even know that I'm doing it very well. I feel extremely unmotivated, which is so unlike me. And my creative spark feels super dim if it's there at all. My to-do list is long, and I know it, and my heart just feels like really foggy. And yet, all the businesses are still running. My team is showing up like they have always done in these seasons of life for me. The house is getting unpacked. And actually, I feel really good about the house getting unpacked, because if you missed it, we did move the day before my mom died. So we moved into our dream home. It has been another life change and a little bit uncomfortable because I don't have all my normal spaces to drink coffee. I'm trying to find new routines. And yet somehow life is still moving forward. It is because I have help that I am able to function right now. And I have systems in place and people who actually care about me and how our life runs. So I could not do it without them. If you're listening to this, you know who you are. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. But a few days ago, I was talking with my friend Patty and said, I really just don't know if I've actually become super resilient to stress, or if I'm just numb, or if it just hasn't hit me yet. And of course, she nodded, because the truth is it's probably all of it. grief is never one thing. It's layers of old and new pain, overlapping moments, and echoes of every loss that came before. And I know this terrain. I've walked it before, but in a different role. When my father-in-law died a few years ago, well, actually quite a few years ago now, it's been almost 9 years, I was the one holding space for my husband. I was making meals and keeping things running and making sure that he was okay. This time, I'm the actual daughter, and that role hits totally differently. There are moments when I totally feel okay, like even grateful. And then out of nowhere, it catches me, like the quiet and the ache and the disbelief of it and the complex relationship mothers and daughters have hits me like a brick. In the middle of all of this, my old instinct kicks in to keep going, keep producing, keep smiling, don't let the cracks show. But I know better now. I know that this is the part of the story where I have to take my own advice, even though it's very hard. I have to let things fall apart a little. I have to let my inbox fill up and let the creativity be quiet for a little while and let the house stay undone. Because trying to force normal when nothing feels normal is self-betrayal. So right now I'm practicing as much grace as I can for myself and for the people around me and for the process. I keep reminding myself everything that's meant for me will still be here when I come out of this haze. And anything that falls away was just not meant to stay. Welcome to The Grove. This is where women like us grow together. This is not just another Facebook group or course you'll never finish. The Grove is a business and life community for women who are done trying to do it alone. Inside The Grove, you're going to find weekly Female Founders Collective meetups, which are always free, study hall co-working sessions to actually get those things done, money monthly meetings and workshops with guest experts, and a private community that feels like a built-in support squad. This is where strategy meets soul, where you can talk about invoices and imposter syndrome in the same breath, where you'll be seen and heard and cheered on every step of the way. If you've been waiting for a sign to plug into a community that actually gets it, this is it. Join The Grove today and start building your business and your life in alignment. And this keep it all together rule is super sneaky. So it shows up when you tell everyone you're fine because you don't want to make them uncomfortable. And this is showing up for me in so many ways. Like I haven't seen very many people. I've lived in my new house up on the hill and I haven't really left my house. But when I do leave my house, I haven't seen a lot of people. So I sort of get that really sad face where people are coming up and giving me huge hugs and I'm forgetting why they're doing that. It feels very strange. And oh my God, how are you? Which I do this too. This is a very natural reaction to somebody that has suffered a loss, right? How are you actually doing? And the hugs. And I am all over it. I love it. I am super appreciative of it, but it sometimes catches me off guard. And my instinct or my gut reaction is, oh, I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're working through it. We're feeling really grateful that she passed peacefully and all of the cookie cutter responses I think people have. And that is just an instinct that is this keep it together rule. Now, I haven't had the visceral reaction of falling apart in these instances where I would oh my God, run to my car and I have to keep it together so no one sees me cry, that sort of thing. It's not that. It's the I'm fine rule. It's the I'm fine response. It also shows up when we're trying to keep busy instead of feeling. So I've noticed this when I've started to unpack the house, or I keep moving things around or rearranging or purchasing. I'm doing a little bit of retail therapy. I'm not going to lie. I did show myself my finances last night and I was like, maybe I should stop with buying things for the house right now that we don't really need, but it is a comfort level. So I just had to become aware of it and realize, oh, did we really need those lamps? Maybe we did. And I do really love them, but that's a definite retail therapy moment for me. By shopping or rearranging things, I'm trying to keep busy rather than just sitting with my feelings. And I know that. It also shows up when we're trying to manage grief like a project plan. Ask me how many spreadsheets I have created in the last week for trying to clean the house, trying to make sure that we're not missing big maintenance project because this house is 3 times the size of our other one and 5 times the size of our other land. We have some maintenance projects that should not get missed, but I've created an entire spreadsheet for it. Do you think I've looked at the spreadsheet since then? No, I have not. It was just a creation of it. So that's also one of those sneaky ways that this rule sneaks in. We think we're being strong and we think we're doing things and being super productive, but what we're really doing is postponing our healing and postponing the grief. And I know this. I don't think we were ever meant to hold it all together. I don't believe that. But this is how they show up. I think we were meant to hold each other, to have communities and teams and friendships that step in when we cannot, to let the rope go slack sometimes and trust that it won't all unravel, because actually it won't. Life moves on. The people and the places and the things and the space and the time and the money, if they were meant for you, they will wait. They will be patient. This rule, the keep it all together rule, is built on the illusion that order equals safety, but control is super fragile. Life will shatter it eventually, no matter how tightly you grip this rule. When things fall apart, it's not a sign that you're doing it wrong. It's an invitation to build something a little bit more honest than it was before. I know that sounds super neat and tidy and very orderly, but it's not. It's messy, and I am totally in the messy middle right now. I can recognize it. I can see myself doing the things that are sneaky and the things that are comfortable to me. But when it's quiet, it's lonely, but it's real. And falling apart teaches us what's essential. It strips away the performance and the striving and the illusion of balance and leaves us really with the truth. And the truth is the foundation for whatever comes next. So here's the new rule, and this is the one I'm going to be following too. Let it fall apart when it needs to. Let the version of yourself that can't cry, that can't pause, that can't rest go, because the cracks are how the light gets in. Sometimes holding it all together is actually what's keeping us stuck. Letting things fall apart does not mean giving up. It means trusting that you're strong enough to rebuild when you're ready. And let me also mention here, this doesn't have to be some major life event. This can just be a decision on your part. It might look like saying no to something you just cannot carry right now. It might be asking for help, even if it's awkward. Believe me, I've been here this week. This might be letting work run on autopilot while you heal, or letting the emails sit for a little bit. You don't have to go to email box 0. Letting your creative spark be quiet until it's ready for you to come back. This has been my biggest challenge so far. I feel like I need to be creating, and it's a comfort spot for me, and I get it, but I really don't feel the motivation to do it. So it's actually a futile effort, because anything I create right now isn't going to be coming from a place of actual creativity and motivation. It's going to be coming from a place of productivity, which is a fake place for me right now. Here's our challenge for this week, and I'm taking this on too. Stop trying to hold it all together. Whatever that means for us, stop. Whatever that means for you, stop. Let something go undone. Let the people who love you step in and help. Let the mess exist without apologizing for it. And trust that everything that's meant for you will still be there when you're ready. The truth is, letting go is what makes us whole. The new rule, let it fall apart when it needs to. Because falling apart isn't failure, it's actually transformation. And for a long time, I've actually thought or felt in my soul that I have a new chapter coming, and maybe this is the piece that makes me turn the page. When we stop trying to control the unraveling, we make space for what's meant to grow in its place. That means we have to sit and we have to be quiet. Maybe look for a new visualization. Maybe look for a new manifestation. Tell the universe that she's not alone and you are listening and you are willing to receive. Thank you for being here today and letting me be honest about where I am in real time. It actually felt really therapeutic to talk to my computer screen and talk to you. So if you have any questions or would like more information about working with me, or just have a story that resonates, that you're going through something similar, I would love to hear it. You can always email me at katierip.com. I would love to hear from you. Tune in next week. We are talking about the success equals sacrifice rule and why joy, not struggle, is a new metric of growth. See you next week. That's it for today's episode of #ActuallyICan. If something in this conversation hit home today, send it to a friend who's writing her own playbook too. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's next. And if you want a community where these conversations turn into actual support, come hang out with us in the Grove. The link's in the show notes. Until next time, keep rewriting those rules, keep celebrating your wins, and keep reminding yourself, actually, you can.